I heard a rumor that you yourself are an artist.
Oh, I dabble. Where is yours?
Your work.
Are you to tell me you're not an artist yourself?
Well, I suppose sometimes I like to. I almost.
I believe yes and thank you are the words you seek.
You must meet Mr. Cruikshank. He's a talented illustrator with many connections amongst artists and patrons.
I'm always excited to meet talented people.
So you're telling me that he, along with Leighton and Turner, all studied at the same academy?
Indeed. And they have a vacancy, from what I hear. If you are serious about painting, I hear it is the place to be.
You're a man, therefore you have everything. You're able to do whatever you want. So do it. Be bold.
I've applied to become a student of art at the Royal Academy Schools.
Have you? Well, congratulations.
Well, do not celebrate yet. I await word of my acceptance. They only invite a select few to study there, it seems.
I hardly think a tea will distract me from the momentous decision the proctors at the Royal Schools are making at this very moment.
I've allowed my doubts to play me for too long. The Royal Academy School's not the arbiters of taste. The world is.
And I must say, I'm truly jealous. Is this your life?
There are advantages to being the second born.
Whatever you have done to your brother, undo it.
Flask.
I may never reach your capacity for drink, brother.
It's a simple remedy. If you continue to drink, there can be no after effects.
Oh! Benedict, dear.
Brother.
Heirs have the responsibility. Second sons have the fun.
You may be a second son, brother. That does not exempt you from familial duty altogether. It merely makes you second.
What is it?
You and I need to talk.
Brother, I need you.
I'm in the midst of a conversation.
Outside, straight away.
See that he is quite well.
Me? Excuse me.
Benedict, see that he is well. I'm sure the emotions of the day have somewhat confused him.
Are you all right? Perhaps we should allow Anthony a little respite. Brother, is that what you need?
I will need you to stand as my second.
Do you know I win every time?
Because every time you lose, you claim we cheated.
What if you get yourself killed?
Then the title and estates will pass to you.
And if you kill Hastings?
Then I shall have to leave the country and you'll be head of the family in every way that matters.
A respectable family is headed by a gentleman, is it not?
Brother, you seem to have a melancholy of heartbreak about you.
Very well, everyone else, I think.
Are you quite well, brother?
Is there something more we should know, or perhaps more than just I should know?
I suppose that has always been the privilege of not being the firstborn. You both get to choose your passions and adventures.
Well, it's hardly a grand tour as you had with your travels, but yes, I do hope to distinguish myself too. Many in our year at Cambridge thought my poetry far superior to his.
Does that mean yours is more or less deceitful?
Deceitful. Poetry's the opposite, brother. Is the art of revealing precious truth with words.
You're the artist. Do you see anyone remotely inspiring?
I found bits of your sketchbook in the fireplace.
You spying on me now? The drawings in that sketchbook were abominable. I cannot stand to look at them.
Yes, I believe that is why they call it a sketchbook.
That is what the true poet describes.
You should apply yourself more often, Benedict.
I have a place.
The Royal Schools have accepted me as a student. I got in!
You must be one of our new fellows.
Is it really so evident?
Conserve that youthful vigor. Soon you shall be just as jaded as the rest of us.
Perhaps you might even scrub your hands for the occasion.
I've been occupied at the academy.
I'm glad to see you blossoming, Bridgerton.
You have great potential.
It's nothing.
Though, for such a staunch critic of others, you certainly lack a clear eye for your own work.
It's remarkable. I should think it your best work to date.
It's the lines, not what they're supposed to be. Take the compliment, Bridgerton.
I think many of us at the Academy assumed you'd be all drink and no paint.
Why ever would they assume that?
Tell me, Mr. Mondridge. I wouldn't mind some stimulation. It is a party, brother.
Benedict honours me by holding nothing back.
Have you found a wife yet? Or are you planning to offend every young girl until there are none left?
What of us, brother? Should we also be polished and braided for the big day?
How long do you plan on punishing yourself for and wallowing in such misery?
Perhaps it will allow you to escape the thoughts that have been plaguing your mind. The doubts, the questions that seem to linger, no matter how far you go to escape them.
But if I'm learning anything from my art studies, it's that it is almost always a matter of perspective. I look at my art, and if I do not like what I see, I may always alter the colour palette, but I certainly do not toss the entire design aside. Perhaps you two could do the same in your own life.
A new perspective, yes? As I now honour him.
Considering your acceptance, how it was based on, well, you know.
I thought they were not the arbiters of taste.
There must be great promise in my work. But enlighten me, please. I've decided to leave the academy.
What? Whatever for?
I know about your donation, brother.
Your brother's large donation to the Academy. It's what secured your place.
What honour?
What about honour? Romance? What would you know of either?
What would you know about heartbreak?
I would not, really. But I have felt it in paintings, in a Gainsborough portrait or Turner sky. You were trying to help in your own misguided way.
And what does one feel in a Bridgerton?
Disappointment. Perhaps because you sense the truth, which is that I'm simply not good enough.
Oh, Benedict, stop. You're beginning to sound like me.
I was painting that.
Have fun with your pretty pictures, brother.
Doodling away, I suppose. You look at her the way I look at a finished painting, brother.
Every man needs a muse, does he not?
Lack of inspiration.
Art Academy not going so well. If you enjoy drawing but need practice, then practice.
If you want to paint, paint. It is one of your many talents.
You shall all bear witness to my talents!
It's the middle of the night.
I saw that Gerard painting. It was a marvel.
A vision, in fact.
Chief among them, your natural gift for seeing what others need, even when they cannot see it themselves.
Mother's not the only one who sees the way you look at her. Would you like a companion?
What? Of course I would not.
Because, come sister, the cakes at these occasions are surprisingly good. I'm apparently free. Though I certainly have already heard enough.
You are my most favourite brother. Do you know that?
We're on our private lands, after all, and who knows? Perhaps Miss Sharma can teach you a thing or two.
It is a gift it has taken me far too long to recognise, but I would not have done if it were not for you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, brother.
It takes courage to live outside the traditional expectations of society.
If there's no need for my presence, I shall head to my studio. I, for one, do not wish to be around such misery all evening.
Wait!
I know of your opinions, brother.
Do you do this every night?
Oh, did you come to admonish me?
You, keep to your doodling. And do not ask me to speak of your activities. I would not know where to begin. But the Royal Schools do seem to be providing a different sort of education than what I pictured. Or perhaps exactly as I pictured.
You talk of doing the same. But perhaps it is merely just that.
Does that mean I shall see you later on tonight? I hear there's a party.
I would have expected this from anyone but you.
Should I not have a friend? I'm not bound by the rules of society.
You think just because Madame Delacroix has a paid occupation, or because she does not reside within the bounds of Grosvenor Square, she's different? Is that it?
So, you work as a model as a way of learning from the lectures. Ingenious.
She's somehow less deserving of my attention because she's not whom polite society deems appropriate.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
What are you saying? I'll talk.
I'm an imposter, Al. Turns out Anthony himself bought my seat at that table.
I'm honored to accept your acceptance.
What is it, truly, to admire a woman? To look at her and feel inspiration? To delight in her beauty, so much so that all your defences crumble. That you would willingly take on any pain, any burden for her. To honour her being with your deeds and words.
That does not mean you would not have been accepted on your own.
An artist must be free to follow their muse.
Suppose I want a different life, Benedict. That I truly believe I am quite capable of something more. Even when I am not allowed to have anything else.
Then I would say that you're not the only one.